All right, we just came in the house from filming the video you're about to watch, replacing the window, motor, and regulator in the left rear door of my wife's 2002 Jeep Grand Cherokee. That's the left rear is the driver's side rear door. You'll see in the video, you know, my wife talked me into doing a quick fix so that she could drive the car by putting duct tape on the window and duct taping it up. I listened to my wife, and the goop and glue from the duct tape all over the window was unreal. I said in the video as we were closing it out, because we ran out of daylight, and I said it's probably going to take me an hour, but I listened to my wife and put duct tape all over the window. She really didn't.
Huh?
She didn't tell me to use the duct tape. I did it. I thought it would be a good idea to duct tape the window up and hold it in place. This way she could drive the car and the window was up. And by the time we got around to fixing it, the goop and glue and the residue from the duct tape all over the glass. I used a full can of Goof Off, a roll of paper towels, a bunch of shop rags, and a razor blade. And it took the better part of 2 hours to get it what appears to be clean in the dark, because we completely ran out of light and we were doing it in the dark. So enjoy the video, and for future reference, don't use duct tape to temporarily hold the window up if that temporary fix is going to be like 2 months or 3 months, like it was in our situation, right? About two and a half months, Michelle? Yeah, about 2.5 months. So
Stop driving the car.
yeah, she stopped driving the car. Now she can drive it again, but enjoy the video. Hey, it's Rob, and welcome to Axel's Garage. All right, so today was supposed to be a washout. Don't you love the weather, man? 100% chance of rain from 9 a.m. all the way to 6 p.m. Well, it's probably an hour or so from sunset. The weatherman was wrong. It sort of dried up a little bit. The sun came out, and I'm taking this hour to try to make a fast video and to do something my wife has been nagging me. So now it's, what are we? We're almost Halloween, right?
Next week.
Next week, this week.
Thursday.
Right? It's the end of October.
Yeah.
It's the end of October, and probably the middle of the summer. My wife was driving her Grand Cherokee. It's a 2002 Jeep Grand Cherokee, and the rear window fell. You need a knife? Big Dummy's over here giving me a hand, and the rear window fell, and the power motor, we heard it turning, but it was doing nothing. Usually on these, when they break, it's a cable operated system, and the cable snaps, window fell. So what does any good car guy husband do for his wife? Yes, you guessed it. I use some duct tape, and I tape the window up. And we got duct tape all over the inside of the window because we taped the window up, and it was the summertime, so as the sun was heating up the window and the tape, the glue would kind of release and get all sticky and slimy, and the window would fall back down. And then I put it back up, more duct tape, more duct tape, more duct tape, probably every 2 or 3 weeks. And now we're at almost in November, and the window actually stays up now with the tape because it's not hot enough for it to get it all heated up and slippery and down. But what do we have a mess of gooey tape residue all over the glass that we're gonna have to remedy as well. It is kind of disgusting. So I got it's like sort of like we're doing a vehicle maintenance day too, because the Big Dummy is going to check the oil. I got a quart of oil there and some rags. He's going to check the oil, and we did have a antifreeze leak that was or a coolant, depending on what part of the country you come from, and it was a loose hose. So all the hoses are tightened up. We're low on antifreeze, so we got a mixed gallon of antifreeze, and he's going to do that while I get the window motor out. Now, the window motor we picked, I'll link it in the description below. Got it on Amazon Prime. Next day it came. It's a Dorman 741 374, and like I said, I'll put a link in the description below. You want to give me that window motor? What, did you think I knew the part number? He was like amazed that I knew the part number. Did you think I knew it offhand? I'm reading it off the box.
Okay, the bottom part of it.
Alright, so here is the motor assembly. You see you got a cable here, you got a cable here, you got your motor with the winding in it and a plug-in, and the cable actually goes around these little plastic doohickeys here, and they go up, and it's greased up pretty good. looking at it, it doesn't seem like it's going to be that difficult to get in and out. Never done one of these on these Jeeps before, so we will see. First step is going to be to try to get the door panel apart. So I'm going to figure that out while the big dummy does the fluids, and we'll be right back. All right, so looking here on the door panel, I see a screw. If Phillips had screws, I see one right there where you grab it to shut the door. So we pull that one out. And then I also see one behind the door handle. Torx. Of course, it's a Torx because they can't make anything easy. Jeep. Behind the handle is a T25 Torx. And it feels really long. Alright, so it felt like it came, you know, it unscrewed all the way, but it didn't back out. So we're leaving it in place. This one came out. The next thing you would use a panel removal tool, which I lent to somebody, and I don't have it right now. So I'm going to use a flat screwdriver to see if I could pry this panel and, you know, get the plastic clips from the panel off. Right, and they pop off pretty easy. All I did was use a big flat blade screwdriver, and I got some tape, some of the tape that was actually sticking. Right, up there, and oh, it comes off real nice and easy, and we're connected in the back. So let me move the camera, and we'll see how we get those connections. All right, so on the back side of the panel, you have two rods coming down. They got these yellow plastic clips on them. You sort of pop the clip off of the rod, and then it'll come off. Just be careful that you don't break those plastic clips, because if you do, you'll need to get another one. So you pop it off of the rod, and then turn it, and the rod should come out. And it did. Alright, and the same thing on the one below it. You gotta take the clip off of the rod, turn it, and that rod will pop out also. And then you have one little wire harness. It's got a locking tab on it, so you press the locking tab and you pull the wires out. Easier said than done. And that wasn't supposed to happen. Okay, we'll see if we can fix that.
It's right there on the floor.
Oh, always break something. That's not good. That's the way it was supposed to come out. Alright, it looks like we didn't break the switch, which is good. Okay. Alright, and then we have this plastic weather barrier that appears to be glued on with weather strip adhesive. And try to get it off as best you can without damaging it. It looks like the speaker's going to have to come out. Alright, so we got 3 for the speaker housing. And then let's see if we could successfully unplug the speaker without breaking something. Alright, and the speaker's connected. It's always a little plastic clip. Alright, and we got the speaker off. So now we could pull this whole mess off. Alright, so slide those. Let's put that in there. Okay, so now we have access to where we need access to. Oh, there. That's how it sits. See that?
Yeah.
Alright, it's these two. And there's one there. Yep, that's it. So this is how it goes in inside the door. We on?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is how it goes in inside the door. All right. Doesn't seem horrible. So we'll buzz these off, and these here, I'm sure they're all metric. And this looks like the wire going to the motor is right here. So this wire has, it's pressed in with another plastic clippy dicky. Everything's always pressed in with these plastic clippy dickies. Alright. Got it out. So we gotta unplug this bad boy. So this is a locking tab. There it goes. Alright, so that's the motor. That's a little tricky. You really got to look at it. There's a button in there you got to press after you release the locking tab. And then let's see what size these jammies are. Of course, they're really freaking small. Jesus! That's my smallest metric here is a 9. So it don't fit there. Oop. Okay. So I got a 10 here, and a 10 here, and a 10 here. So I got 3 10s, and these got to be like 8s. Robbie, can we still see? We're losing the light.
No, we're good.
Alright, so get these 2 out, and then there's one on the bottom, right there. Robbie, if you want to put the camera down. So the ones that actually hold the motor part of this regulator and motor assembly. Alright, now right here, just take notice. These 2 bottom ones, right, slide up into these holes. So, can you see that, Robbie? Mm-hmm. Alright, so once you get it up, you can just go like that, and they go right back there. This little metal clip here is the cable on the cable. So I am going to take that off because the new cable is going to have to go on that. So let's slide that back in there. Alright. Then we got to put this bad boy in there. And we got to figure out how to get this freaking thing out of here. So I'm going to take this duct tape that we had holding the window up, and I'm going to use it to keep these rods out of my way. And oh, how does it attach to the bottom of the window? I can't even see how it attaches to the bottom of the window. Okay, so let's look at our new one here. Okay, so you see these clips here? This is how it attaches to the bottom of the window. Is these clips. So these clips are going to have to get pulled back, and that is how it's going to come off of the bottom of the window. So feel around for those clips. See if putting the window down a little might give us better access. We've got this tape mess, which is going to prevent us from getting the freaking window down. Because the window's stuck on the weather stripping.
Just get the knife and cut through it.
No, I don't want to cut the weather stripping.
No, put it in here and just go along.
There we go. Okay.
Just grabbed it all.
Yeah, it's alright. So now, if you look in the side, you can see the little clip.
Can't see it.
Nah, you're not going to be able to see it. But I showed you on the new one, you want to pop that clip out, and it fell. Alright, so that side's off. And if we can bring the... Oh, there it is. That one pulled out. It comes out really easy, so you don't have to go bananas trying to get it off. Now, you should be able to separate the regulator from the window. Alright, and there it is.
How do you get that in there?
You gotta shoehorn this thing out. And there it is, and just as we suspected, the cable broke. There's the broken cable. And there's the stupid window bar. Okay, so that's a motor and regulator assembly, they call it. So, now for the new one, I guess the hardest part of this really is going to be getting these clips on the window. So, you pull these out. Alright, then the window sits, the window's got these nubs on it that sit in here, and then these go back on and attach it. So, I'm going to put them there. We're going to fish this in, and then we're going to see how this works. So, 2 on the bottom. So this goes this way. Or it was this way. Or it was this way. This is the way it goes. No. Yeah. Goes like that, alright. So this can actually swing around, so it goes like that. Oh man. I got all screwed up for a second.
Maybe this was just for a right door. Maybe we need a left door motor.
No, this is a left door. They are different side to side.
I was thinking that.
It's gotta go in this way. You know what? Try pulling the glass up a little if you can. Oh, that gives us a little more room. Okay. Alright, so there's a helpful hint is pulling the glass up and getting it up out of the way definitely helps. Alright, so now we got this mess in here like this. Window motor. Alright, let's get those 2 like that. And I'm not going to tighten these fully. I'm just going to snug them a little so that the motor gets held in sort of the right spot, and we still got a little wiggle room. Alright, so still got a little wiggle room on the motor. Wire harness for the motor. Alright, it's going to have to come through here. Alright, that's where the wire harness for the motor comes. This is the speaker harness. Alright, so this is in the right spot. Now this bottom bracket. Alright, let's look at our other one. So we're looking for this hole here on the bottom bracket. Alright, and there it is. And this also has a little slip fitting as well, as you can see. So I'll put this in a couple turns and put it in there. And then the top one, alright, we got one there and one there. And one of the top ones has a slip fitting also. Let's put that one in a couple turns, and it's going to go like that. And then that one should line up, and it does. Can we still see, Robbie?
Just about.
All right, so I got everything loosely in place except for that one screw, the new one. This one. All right, so everything is loosely in place. It's getting this on the window with those plastic clips, which this is not going to move up and down unless you apply power to it with the switch, which we could do, but we could actually see where those little clippy dickies have to go, where these things have to go. So this one actually we could see it really well, Robbie. I don't know if you want to move the flashlight. So the clip goes in right here. You'll be able to feel the groove like that. Now I put it in all the way just to show you guys. And now I want to try to get it out without dropping it, because I've already dropped two. So I had two new ones, two old ones. So two are in the door. And now we got to try to pull this glass down, which is going to be tough because it's stuck again on the weather stripping.
Hold the camera
right here. You'll see where the nub is. See that?
Yeah.
Right there. So that piece is going to go as you bring the window down. So as you bring the window down, which, you know, if you didn't have it all duct taped up, you shouldn't have trouble like I am. But as you bring that window down, these nubs that are on the glass are gonna go into those holes there. All right, just like that. You can see that one on that side, Robbie. See it? How that nub is through the hole now? Mm-hmm. Right? And then what we'll do is we'll take the little clippy dicky, if I can find what I did with it. Wow, we lost the light really fast, huh? Yeah. All right, so right here is the groove. You got it? All right, so the nub that's on this rail that's on the bottom of the glass comes through this hole. See how this goes like that? So you want to make sure that this is all the way against this part, and then you find the groove right back here, and you pop the clip in, and now you see it all moves as one piece. It's connected, and you got to do the same thing blind on the other side. It's not that difficult doing it blind. I just need to find the clip gauge. All right, awesome. Okay.
I don't think we got much of that part on camera.
No, that second one you guys are gonna have to
oh, it's right there.
Do your best. All right, now we got the wire harness. Dummy?
Wait, it's right there.
You see it right there?
Yeah.
Okay. Now we got the wire harness. Wire harness should go one way, and it does. All right, in like that, and then lock it. And if you want to stick it back in whatever hole there was, it does not fit. All right, you see, this little dicky was in there holding it out of the way. Doesn't fit because this wire is a lot shorter than the factory wire. All right, so now we can tighten our bolts for the motor and the regulator. Can't believe how fast it got dark. I thought we have plenty of time. All right. Okay, that one. And now the power window switch, we actually can
test it out
before we put it all together and make sure that everything's working. So let's plug this bad boy in, which goes like that. And Robbie, you just got to turn the key on. Okay, the one other thing was, remember this little metal clip you recorded?
Yeah.
Remember this little metal clip that held the cable in place? Just pop the cable in there so we know it's out of the way. And all right, and we're going all the way up, and it's having a tough time going down because of all this crap we have on it. Okay. So we are going to take a couple minutes. We're going to get a can of goof off, and we're going to clean this residue off so that the window can go up and down. But it looks pretty successful. Robbie, you can hit the camera, and let's clean this crap off of this window. All right, so we tested it with the switch in place. It works up and down. Now our big problem is that we have all this Gorilla Tape from me being a caring husband and doing a fast fix for my wife. We got to get all this residue off. So I got a couple of cans of goof off, and it looks like I'm going to be out here for the better part of the next hour or two with a razor blade and goof off, trying to scrape all this tape residue. Well, it's been a week or 2 or 3. Is it 3, Robbie?
No. Since we did this?
Yeah.
Like 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
Yeah. Not
in
even.
2 weeks. We ran out of light, as in the previous clip you saw. And then I had to clean all that goop off, and that goop was a nightmare. Easy 2 hours of cleaning goop, and then more goop just appears, and you think you got it all out, and then it's everywhere. And it's in the weather stripping. I tried to go with a nylon scrub brush and some adhesive remover, like what were we using here, goof off. It worked really good, but it just keeps, there's more and more. So we think we got it good enough where you don't really see the smudges too bad, and just normal washing and cleaning, hopefully we'll get rid of the rest of it. And now we got to put this thing together. So 2 rods, the switch, I'm gonna bet, where is the switch? Which is next to the rods. I'm gonna bet the switch will be there. Oh, went through there. The switch is over here. I remember where this one was. This way. Alright, so let's leave it there for now. I'm not going to press it all in. I'm going to leave it like that. So we know the speaker's got to go here. So all right, speaker connected and in. Rods are going to go up there. This is on the door handle, so I don't think this is going to come through there for some reason, but it might. Oh yeah, it might. The door handle's pretty close to that. This is covering the wires and stuff, so that's good there. All right, let's push this in and see what happens. So that's all stuck nice. Hopefully we can fish this without unsticking it again. It might have to go through here. I don't know. All right, so no, I think we're in the right spot. All right, so we got the door panel. One rod's got to go in one spot, one rod's got to go in the other spot. So, right. You know what you do? Do the power door locks. Do it again. Okay, got it. All right, so to figure out which one went where, Robbie did the power door lock, and I felt this one pull. So we know that this one goes on the door lock, the longer one. Longer one goes on the door lock. So the top one is for the latch, and this one is for the door lock. So that's the longer one, and we are going to stick it. Can you see? Or you want to go through the window?
Yeah, I got it.
I can put the window down. And you go on the other side. Now the window works. So this longer one, I'm gonna put it in the hole, and then you snap that on. This one, put it in the hole, snap that on. Now they're connected. snaps right into there. Good. Alright, so everything on the door is connected now. So these plastic clips, they got to go in all those holes. Make sure my plastic is nice and connected. The door panel goes under this, and that's what'll make it go all the way. Now it's
Hit it on the right.
Hit it on the right? Over here?
Yeah.
That in? That's in all the way. Okay, so we got a window. Goes up ski and down ski. All right, now if you remember, we had two screws. We had one right in the door handle right here. And then we have one behind the handle, which was a Torx. Because there's always got to be one different, and it was a T. How do you hold the camera steady, Robbie? Get off your phone. Can't find good help these days. It's a T25 is the Torx. It goes in behind the door handle. All right, so in this particular car, in order to check the lock and unlock function, it would only unlock because the door was open. So the big dummy got in the front. We shut both doors. He hit door lock and unlock. I reached in, make sure I felt it moving back and forth. It worked. Check the door handle from the outside and the inside. That worked. That's easy to do. Just shut the door. Make sure your door handle works. All right, because you give your wife back the car and something like that don't work, and they're gonna bitch. And you see, just putting the window up and down a couple times, I have some residue of the freaking tape that I used to hold the window up. What a bad idea that was. Don't do that. And I scrubbed the weather stripping. It's just gonna have to work its way out. Each time we wash the car, we'll get a little more goop off, I guess. See, like right here up top? Can you come over here and see that? Holy cow, you're slow with the camera today. Not that close.
You can see it better.
We got this goopy stuff. So I hit it with the goof off. And look, it even smudges down the window. Oops. Hit it with the goof off, give it a scrape. Look at that even there. Don't do what I did. And then it comes off and it comes back. All right. Window, motor, and regulator in. It works. If it wasn't for that goopy tape shit, don't do the tape shit. Holy cow. I never imagined that it was going to make such a mess. And the glue was going to get everywhere. You couldn't stand up for like 5 minutes. You have to sit on the bumper of the truck. All right, so that's what we have today.
Crazy lady across the street.
What?
Crazy lady across the street's out. I want her to see me.
Oh, you're hiding from the crazy lady across the street. He's hiding from the neighbor. All right, that's it today from Axel's Garage. Hope you enjoyed the video. Real easy fix. Don't put tape on the window. If the window goes up, maybe like a piece of tape in the middle of the glass, and then up over here. Don't tape along the weather stripping because the glue gets everywhere and then it's a nightmare. Other than that, real easy repair. Went together good, and she'll be happy that she can start using her car again. Are you still hiding? She's still out there?
Yeah, she just walked across the frame.
She's not coming, is she?
No, she's carrying a chair, and one of her cats just ran across.
Okay, crazy cat lady's out. threw us off our game now because now we're trying to be quiet. How do you even know you have me? You're not looking at the camera.
What?
It's completely ruined our whole game here.
She's inside.
She went inside? Okay. We're going to wrap this up and put our tools away so that we don't have to deal with Crazy Cat Lady across the street. Thanks for watching.